Hello and welcome to Perspectives with Sam Jones. Obviously, I'm not Sam Jones, I'm Terry Bowers, but I'm very pleased to sit in for him today. Our first guests today are Paul Davis and Eva Molina with City Year Tulsa. Welcome to you both. You're celebrating a big anniversary this year, so just tell us about the program.
Yeah, thanks for having us here. So City Year Tulsa is really excited because this year we're celebrating our 10th birthday. We came to Tulsa about 10 years ago, really focused on being able to serve our students and young people. And over the last 10 years, we've had over 455 AmeriCorps members serve in Tulsa. And together, they've been able to support over 23,000 students in Tulsa Public Schools.
That is a huge number.
It's really been incredible what they've been able to achieve.
And so that's because of people like Eva.
Yeah.
So tell me about yourself and how you got involved.
Yeah, so I'm actually not from Tulsa. I'm from McAlester, Oklahoma, which is about an hour 30 from Tulsa. I was born and raised there. I actually saw the opportunity on a Facebook post of City Year. It was a post about, becoming a City Year member, and I really read through the description, and I'm like, okay, this isn't me. Like, there's no way that I can do this. I'm a very shy individual, so seeing this opportunity, I really saw how I could grow professionally. So it took me a minute, but I decided to move out to Tulsa within that week. I interviewed, I got the job, and then I moved out and found an apartment in Tulsa. And then I started Tulsa not even a week after, and I joined. Yes.
And so tell me what a typical day is like for you.
Typical. It varies a lot depending on what goes out, but essentially I come into work, I get there by 8 o'clock, we first circle as a team, and then we go, which is to power greet. We greet students into the school, whether that be playing music or just simply saying good morning. Hope you guys have a great day. Then we transition back, which is advisory for my school. During advisory, we go to the first class. It's typically only like 30 minutes for our school. Kids go in there, they do their work. We go in there, we help them. Then we transition on into our first hour. We are in the classes. The teacher kind of does all the work, really. We're in there as we're in there to like help support the teacher. So we help the kids academically, whether that be depending on the class that you're in. I'm in an English class, so I help the students with whatever the teacher needs me. I do pull-outs with them, and I help them in a small group. After the end of the day, we have tutoring. Depending on how many students come, we get a group of students and we help them whatever work that they might have. And then by 5:45 is when we end up circling, which we just kind of get all together and we talk about how our day went. And then that's the end of our day usually.
So you're really in a dual role.
Yeah.
You're the mentor for the students
Yes.
and the support system for the teachers. So you're boosting the whole education system by being on all levels.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, we like to talk about it as supporting the whole school and the whole child. So Eva's able to build that relationship with the students, spend a lot of time working with them, and get to know who they are on a level that a teacher can't really do.
Right.
They have to run the class, they have to make sure they're progressing through the lesson plans. But Eva is able to take a moment and focus on the child that needs that support that day, and really kind of put the needs of those individual students first. And the role of a City Year member is actually a pretty unique role in a school. We identify schools that are systemically under-resourced, that need a lot of additional supports, and we put a team of AmeriCorps members like Eva into that school building. And then she's one of the few people in that building that can really take time and focus on what the student needs are in that moment. And sometimes that's really important, that you're not always able to, students aren't able to always put academics first. Sometimes life happens. And I don't know, Eva, if you've ever had to have that opportunity where you've had to support a student in solving a problem that wasn't about math?
Yes, a lot of students have been chronically absent. I work with students that are hardly there, and a lot of the times it's not because they can't show up, there's just more than that to it, whether it be transportation or bullying in school. So what we help as well is we find resources that are at the school to give them to better help them with whatever might be going on in their lives.
And by having that one-on-one connection, you're able to find out what it is that they may need, where if you're talking to the whole group, it's not that easy.
Yes, exactly.
And so The name of the program is City Year, 1 year, but this is your second year.
Yes, it is.
So it must be very rewarding.
It is very rewarding to be able to come back. It's my second year with my partner teacher as well. So I'm very fortunate to have been placed at the same school and get to see the students that I served with last year as well, and continuously get to check up on them as well.
And have any of the students said anything to you that lets you know what kind of a difference you're making for them?
Yes, at the end of the school year, as they were leaving and heading out of the doors, I had a student that came up to me and hugged me, and she's like, Miss Eva, I just want you to know that you really helped me get through this school year. If it wasn't for you, I don't know what I would have done. And that still sticks with me to this day, and it just continues to drive me to continue doing what I'm doing to help these students.
So what's next?
I applied for a third year.
Okay.
I want to come back. I'd like to continue growing. City Year helps me really be in the classroom, you know, touching base of I really want to be a teacher. So I get to be in the classroom and I really get to experience that. So I'd really like to come back and continue growing.
So you're able to try out a career before you're really in it. So it benefits you as well.
It does, it does.
And so have you seen this with some of the participants, that they get just as much out of it?
Oh yeah, really that's how we want it to happen. We know that giving of yourself of service, it can be a sacrifice, it can really be something that you are investing in others. And that's why as an organization we make a focus of how are we investing in our AmeriCorps members. We want them to give that year of service to our city. And so there's educational benefits that we provide with full scholarships for students, for Corps members after they graduate. We also provide over 300 hours of training every year for them. So training not just on how to do their roles and how to support students in the schools, but also training around how are they preparing for their careers after service.
Right. Well, we're not rushing you out of your school, but when you're ready to go, Rogers State would love to have you.
Okay, thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
So are you recruiting actively still?
Oh, we're definitely recruiting. Here in Tulsa next year, we want to have over 120 young people serving in Tulsa Public Schools. And so we want people to come. You can come to our website at cityyear.org/Tulsa, and you can see some of the unique benefits that we offer of service. We also, I think one of the things that we want people to know is when you come to serve, you're able to be that mentor for a student. You're able to really step up and be that support that you might have used or you might have had in your life. And it's not just an incredibly impactful thing to do on a relationship level, but the students that we work with, they graduate at higher rates. Our students, if we work with a student in Tulsa Public Schools, they graduate at rates up to 37% higher than their peers. They're more likely to stay in school, they're more likely to succeed on academic assessments, and they have better attendance. So it's a program that works, and it works because of the strong relationship that our AmeriCorps members are able to build.
Well, you have a big bash coming up to celebrate 10 years. Tell us about that.
Well, because so we've been here for 10 years, and our 455 AmeriCorps members did a lot of really hard work with those 23,000 students. And the fact of the matter is that I wasn't the one that accomplished anything. It was the work that our AmeriCorps members and our students did. And so we want to bring them all out to celebrate with us. We also have a great partner, Reading Partners, who's actually going to come with us and celebrate their 10th birthday as well. And so we're inviting all of Tulsa Public Schools students, all of Union Public Schools, and the whole community to come with us.
And this is at the Gathering Place?
It's at the Gathering Place on March 9th from 1 to 4. We're going to have entertainment, there's going to be music, there's going to be balloons and stilt walkers, and most importantly, cake, because it's not much of a party without cake.
Okay, so who's cake and who's stilts?
I'm cake, so she must be stilts.
You must be on the stilts.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Okay, well, we'll come out to see that.
Yeah.
Thank you both for coming in and for all the work you're doing to help our young people.
Thank you.
And really,
Thank you.
when you're ready to come to college, come on.
Okay.
Thank you both. And we'll be back in just a moment.